Before we get into case studies, I just want to add one little other point. The functionality of Pinterest is a little bit different in this one note. Yes, you could put a like button and a share button and a retweet button on your website as an overall digital play. But where the pin button really matters is it puts the content deep. Think of it as search, back to that Google reference, deep. When you put a retweet button on a product on your e-commerce site, somebody could retweet it and then it goes zipping through the feed one time and like a couple people might see it. Whereas Pinterest, when you pin it and somebody puts it to the board, it's now in that lexicon and has the ability to be repinned and shared over and over and forever and ever. And so there's a functionality of that pin button I'm putting on your website that gives it longer form, longer tail content in the ethos of Pinterest that you need to take very seriously. It's less of a feed play and speed of the fire, as we call it, the fire hose, all this information, and more of like it's now in the, think of it as the visual search engine, and it's there. And like 3 years from now, a celebrity could repin that, or an influencer could repin that because they stumbled on it, and then it becomes hot. And that's quite interesting. So let's go into the first case study. Let's start on the negative end of this. This is, I've said it before, so I don't want to be that cliche thing, but this may be the worst example in the entire book. Arby's, oof. I'm not sure what it's almost like they've done nothing right with this. And as you're looking at this visual, if you've got the book or you're looking at it on screen, you can see the disaster this is. First of all, the photo is clearly pinned from a website or their internal catalog. I have no idea. And it's cropped in like the most insane way that I've ever seen it. It looks like a Tetris 4 piece, right? I don't know if Tetris 4 exists, but it's completely miscropped. It seems like a digital like image from like literally from like if you said, oh, this is a picture of a strudel from the internet in 1981, I'd be like, that's right, that's what they probably did back then. They didn't know how to crop. They did this now. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible piece of content. The picture, I mean, you're dead on impact, right? Here's where you need your best pictures. Arby's probably put their worst picture. So it's over before it starts. But let's keep going. The copy, where you need to support the image, where you can do a great classic kind of caption or think of something clever or do something aspirational. You know, maybe think of like weekend retreat, right? You can be kind of clever to like the people in the demo that's there that maybe wants to eat a snack once a week, something clever. No, they put Arby's apple turnover. Straight descriptive, like literally like out of the catalog, disaster, no value, not interesting. The other thing is the link doesn't even go back to the Arby's website. So the functionality, all that power that just set up about Pinterest, they're not even linking this to the right place. I mean, I'm a pretty aggressive, competitive dude, and I like to call out crap, but this is as bad as it gets. This is a complete misunderstanding. I say it in the book, I'll say it to you. This feels as though they're just checking the boxes, right? Like, hey, look, boss, we're on Pinterest. No thought, no knowledge, no strategy, no execution. Everything that you can possibly do wrong, Arby's did wrong with this piece of content. And the big thing that bothers me is when you stereotype the female demo, there is a great movement towards health and wellness, right? And living a better life and eating healthier and things of that nature. And in general, Arby's has so much to overcome to win over that demo on this platform. You know, it's not the natural move of the average 25-year-old girl now to go to Arby's, and I'm stereotyping. But when you've got that hurdle of trends in society around eating and habits and fitness and exercise, this is where you need to like position yourself as an occasional indulgence as a product like this, or like an escape, or like you deserve it, or all these things that can find some sort of crack to get somebody to actually eat it. Instead, they massively reinforce what's crappy about this and how it's not healthy by reinforcing its imagery that just dismantles this from any. I mean, this is garbage effort that pisses me off. Garbage effort.